Good morning, everyone. I'm Councilman Eric Kagan, and I'm privileged and honored to represent 47th District in Southern Brooklyn in New York City Council. Today we are gathering to demand New York City administration to take away appeal, to withdraw their appeal from courts on a decision to strike 2021 law. I will give a little bit history. In 2021, New York City Council passed a law to allow non-citizen voting in New York City. This law allowed anyone who is in New York City for at least 30 days, even with work authorization, not American citizens, people who are 30 days in New York City legally and with work authorization, to vote on municipal elections for mayor, city council, public advocate, city controller, board of presidents. This legislation was challenged in courts by Republican lawmakers and various organizations, and by the end of the day, New York State Supreme Court struck this law as unconstitutional, as going against New York State Constitution, and I would say even U.S. Constitution, which allowed only U.S. citizens can vote. We all are proud Americans. I came to America 30 years ago legally as a refugee, and I waited for 5 years to become eligible to apply for citizenship. I'm a very proud American citizen. In my house, I have several American flags. I cherish American flag. I'm very grateful that I have a chance to have American passport. I'm very grateful to be called American citizen. Every time I'm traveling outside of the United States of America on an airplane and ask me for my nationality, I proudly put American. So it is a big privilege to be American citizen, honor and privilege to be United States citizen. You have to pass exams also. You have to have a good moral character, by the way. And you have to pass interview. And I know people who couldn't pass these exams and tried second time and third time legally. So, and finally they became American citizens, realized their American dreams, and now they can vote. It's a big honor and it's a big responsibility to be American citizen. But this legislation of 2021 decided, nothing matters. All of this, like going to the sewer. Let's allow anyone who is in New York City for 30 days, again, with work authorization, can vote for mayor, for city council, and so on. And right now, we're calling on mayor, council, New York City Council to withdraw their appeal. I know that my opponent, Councilman Justin Brennan, strongly supported this legislation. He co-sponsored this legislation. He was proudly standing that anyone can vote in American elections. Anyone can elect mayor. It doesn't matter how long you live in New York City. It doesn't matter whether you have American citizenship, though it is matter. It's very important. And I'm very proud today to stand together, shoulder to shoulder, to the United States Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, who exemplifies the American dream, so who is a daughter of immigrants. So I would like to give a chance to speak to my great colleague in federal government, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I want to thank Ari, who himself is an immigrant, as well as the other members of the community who are here, most of whom are immigrants themselves. We are here simply because the councilman for this district, Justin Brannan, who represents Bay Ridge, well, he's changing his district because he knows he can't win re-election. He keeps it the way it is. So Bay Ridge, he's running now against Ari Kagan in the district that is Bay Ridge, Seagate, Coney Islands, as well as Bath Beach. And it's very important to see to differentiate between these two candidates. And the reason why I'm here today standing with Ari Kagan is because he knows the difference between right and wrong. And this is one of the examples of a policy that Justin Brannan sponsored, he voted for, and he is all in for, and it is a policy that would allow non-citizens to vote in our municipal elections. This bill was a parting gift from Bill de Blasio on his way out the door. He and the councilman supported it, And the problem with this bill is obviously only U.S. citizens can vote in our elections, right?
Yes.
That is what the Constitution says, and as a matter of fact, that is what a judge says. Because many of my colleagues and I sued to stop this law from taking effect. And we won that lawsuit. But here we have Mayor Adams appealing the lawsuit, and he's doubling down on it, and the city needs to drop the appeal. And I'll tell you something else. Right now, we had over 100,000 individuals who just entered through the southern border come to our city. They are being housed in various shelters because the mayor continues to misinterpret the right to shelter law. If they are here for 30 days, just 30 days, and they do get the work authorization that the mayor and the governor are pushing for, they will be eligible to register to vote. That is wrong, and we will not allow it. We will continue to fight this policy, and we're calling today on the mayor to drop the appeal, and for Councilman Brannan, who sponsored this ridiculous law, to also call on the city to drop its appeal. I'm proud to stand here with someone who's not just an immigrant, but is a proud American, someone who understands the difference between right and wrong, who's going to go back to City Hall and fight for our police, our fire, for our teachers, for our citizens. And thank you everyone for coming today. I want to actually also just acknowledge, if you want to say a few words, you may. We have our Conservative Party Chairman Jerry Kassar here. Jerry Kassar has also joined me as a plaintiff in that lawsuit. Jerry, would you like to say something?
Just very briefly, Nicole. In the city, state, and nation, there are actually zero Republican and conservatives that support what is going on in this city, whether it be on the migrant issue or the non-citizen voting issue. It's an absolute disgrace. This particular issue that we're here for was the beginning of where we have come to today. And that is just wrong. It is just wrong, and it has to be understood that although a few Democrats stand with us, almost every Democrat in the nation opposes what we're trying to do. And if you're a registered Democrat, you should recognize that the Democratic Party is no friends to what we're trying to do here now. And we need to get the word out. This was new information that Nicole discovered. It was in there, but nobody was talking about it. Why were the people who wrote it not willing to talk about it? So now you know, and we're going to bring it out. Everybody's going to know. People like Ari are going to go to the city council and oppose it in the council. Nicole's doing it in Congress. The Conservative Party, and we're a statewide organization, is doing it everywhere in New York State. So thank you.
Ted Gora, our chairman of the Republican Party.
So I don't want to belabor anything that's been said already. I think Nicole and Jerry touched on all the points that matter. We need to restore common sense. We need to restore sanity. Everywhere you look, in every big city in America, not the least of which is the leading city in the country, New York City, a home of many, many immigrants. We need a process. We need order. We need some semblance of sanity. People didn't come to this country so we could have more mayhem. They came here because they want a better life. They want a lot of things. But we have to have a process. We need to restore sanity. And I thank Nicole Malliotakis. I thank Eric Kagan for being here, for being a strong voice against this insanity. It's nothing less than insanity. And we thank you, and please, you should be calling your representatives. You should be making noise about this yourself. You should be talking to your neighbors and your friends and let them know what's going on, because as Jerry Kassar just said, they don't want to talk about it. They want this to slip under the cover of darkness. That's not okay. We need transparency. We need full light. And then let people make a full decision on this, a knowledgeable decision with the information. They're hiding the ball here, all right? We need sanity. We need a process. And I thank you both for actually doing this. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to add again that I'm talking to residents of New York City and, of course, communities of South and Brooklyn every day. And on that particular issue, when you're talking to people, when you're talking to New Yorkers, overwhelmingly, they would agree that being United States citizen is a privilege. It is an honor. It is also a responsibility. But you cannot allow people who are in America for 30 days just getting work authorization to pretend that they can vote in American elections like they know everything and they're allowed, then all of our privileges as American citizens, all of our responsibilities as American citizens, and all of the civics exams, and time, and checking good moral character, and everything else go into the zero. I would like to introduce one of the immigrants. She came to America legally from the city of Odessa, and she's a very proud American citizen. I want her to say a few words. Marina Ko. Please, Marina.
Hello, my name is Marina Ka, and I immigrated to United States 33 years ago. I was waiting my American visa for 1 year legally to come to United States. I'm not against immigrants. I'm against not legal immigrants. They need to come here legally. We need to know their history, who they are. Is it any chances we all American, we love people, but we need people come legally here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marina.
All right, well, thank you very much. Is there any questions from our